I made an absolutely huge mistake on my free-to-play account. Please do not be as dumb as me. Let's get to it.
There is a difference between you and me. We both looked into the abyss. But when it looked back at us, you blinked.
Hi guys, I'm Gravity here, and this is a DC Legends video. In this video, I'm going week 3 of my free-to-play account, and I made a massive mistake. The reason why you see Arsenal up here, am I going this direction? Yeah. The reason why you're seeing Arsenal up here is because the thing that I did that was so stupid was Arsenal had an event. He had an event last weekend as the time when this comes out or whatever, and it was like a 5-day, it's that 6-day event that resets every day, and you go up, and you gather frags. Now, I was able to get to the second to last node of that event. However, I didn't even realize that the event was going on until like Monday or Tuesday. So I was only able to get enough frags to take Arsenal L1. What I did after I figured out my gigantic mistake was I went ahead and I was able to get to the second to last node, which I did not expect to be able to get to at all. Then I started taking my gems and refreshing that last node that I was able to get to, and just kept speed forcing my way through it and getting as many frags as I could while I could. So I was able to get enough frags to take him L1. I don't have that many rings in him. I'm not going to do the leveling of the gear just yet, and I'll show you why here. That is because, as you can see, I'm taking my tunes up to level 50, all one by one. What I did at first was I went to level 30, then I went to level 40, then I went to level 45, taking 4 tunes from each affinity up. And so then, or 4 tunes from each affinity up, so there's 12 tunes in total. Well, 11, because there's a couple that I'm kind of like hesitant on. And you don't have to do a hard fast, 4. It's good to have 4 in mind, but I have to be a little bit more judicious. I'm being more careful about the ones that I select, that I'm taking up to level 40, then 50. And then I'm gonna stop at level 50, kind of broaden out my roster a bit, and then take it on to level 60, hopefully. We'll see. And then give the account away. So maybe I'll take some to level 60. Maybe I'll just leave it at 59. Oh, and there was one of you. And if I could actually, let me see. Let me go to the comment section real quick. So you guys forgive me for 30 seconds because someone did ask a question. And for the questions that you guys ask on the free-to-play accounts, I'm going to, or the free-to-play account videos, I'm going to try my best to answer those questions in the free-to-play account videos, because the entirety of me doing the free-to-play account is for you guys to actually know or to understand what I'm doing, or if any of the strategies I say work, and then giving you like, hey, yo, they worked. So from D-Rock A, he's Canadian, so I guess the A is there for a reason. He said, I think I missed something. You mentioned so you mentioned that you were being characters to 60-10. Oh, bringing characters to 60-10. Sorry, I'm misreading this. Or 69-5. What does that mean? All right, so let me go back into Arsenal real quick before I explain the problems that I had with Arsenal after the fact. So Arsenal is right now, he is level 45, gear 4. I'm going to go ahead and say that I have that last little gear that I don't have. That means he's 45-4. Level 45, gear 4. When I say 60-10, that means level 60, gear 10. Level 60, gear 9.5 is where you, and I'm going to have to get into that a little bit more. If you go to my beginner's guide, I give a full explanation of that. But basically, half gears are when you take the base stat, not the multipliers of the gear sets. So for special damage, that would be, oh my goodness, always intelligence. And then for strength-based tunes, physical damage, that would be strength. So when you take those 3 strength gears, that's when you're at the halfway point of that gear set. And then you take the other rest of the gear, and that's when you've already completed that gear set. So for Arsenal, I have him right now level 45-4, and I'm going to take them all up, I think, to level 59 before I give 12 of them at least, before I give the account away. I'm still kind of trying to decide how I want to do it. So now going back as to why Arsenal, me missing out on him was so stupid, then there's another comment, then I'll call this a video. So I finally got a Calypso. And by finally, I mean like he just showed up in red alerts, because you can farm him in red alerts now. Now the reason why this was stupid is that He's going to be my taunter, and I love Eclipso as a taunter so much so that I actually just finally took him RB1 on my main account. Now, Eclipso, he basically, as a taunter, he evades. So he's going to give himself a bunch of evasion ups. I'm going to give him more of these rings, and in fact, see how many blue rings I have and no green rings? That becomes completely the opposite way around as you go up in levels anyway. And I haven't really done much of anything else. Passive ability, 40% chance to use Fist of Wrath on enemies. That Eclipso evades. I think I want to go ahead and actually go ahead and make that a 50% chance instead of a 40. I'll do that right now. Make that a 50% chance because we want them to retaliate. The way I'm building my team is that now this is a if you miss me, I react. I go back at you. So when you go to hit Eclipso and you miss him, he's going to attack. Now we go back over to the other side. Arsenal has this ability in his kit. Where's that passive ability? Nope. Once you take him there. When an enemy misses an attack, 70% chance to use to counter with Crippling Arrow. That is why this is so dumb. I could have gotten so much further because guess what? As Eclipso, as my taunter, who has evasion ups, when he gets missed, not only will he retaliate, but also Arsenal. So from a defensive perspective, we're countering, so we're getting more hits in, dealing more damage. So that is why I was so upset when I was sitting there and I realized, because on my main account, I don't really pay attention to those events too much until like Tuesdays and Thursdays. That way I can still do my alliance points for Monday and Wednesday. And then Tuesdays and Thursdays, I just finish them all off because I usually have enough frags to take those tunes RB1 if I wanted to. But I needed to pay attention to that kind of stuff for my free-to-play account. And like a dum-dum, I didn't. I focused on a whole bunch of other stuff that was not necessary at that time. I could have farmed for Lex later. I could have farmed for Green Lantern later. Arsenal's not a farmable tune. I should have focused on farming him at that moment for that event, gathering those frags so I could take him to L1. I might have even had him like L2 by now if I'd actually paid attention. So that was why I was so upset, is that I finally have a taunter that I actually like. I actually like this taunter, not just a taunter that I need, but I actually like him as a taunter who can absolutely benefit from having Arsenal on the team. Like that just drives me crazy. Now, also one bit of contention that I have is that Jesse Quick. So Jesse Quick has been the engine to my vehicle, as I've said like 100 times. Where are you, lady? Has been the engine to my vehicle, as I said before, because she buffs on every turn, which activates Lex doing his overheal. So that's helped my team survive and punch way higher than they should be able to, quite honestly. She also gives evasion ups. So I would have evasion ups on all of my team, make Eclipso that much harder to hit, and then when any of my team is missed by the evasion ups that she gives to the entire team, then Arsenal would be able to retaliate. It would have all worked. However, now I'm getting to the point of where I don't know how much more I should invest in Jesse Quick because she's going to be R3. I don't know when I'm going to have the opportunity. There's literally a pigeon right there. I don't know when I'm going to have the opportunity to get more frags of Jesse Quick. So I'm hesitant to put too many more resources into her. I have ultimately decided to take her level 50 and then kind of gear her up a little bit more. But I'm doing that with the understanding of she's not going to help my account for very much longer. So I'm going to try to get her stronger, keep her in, but she's starting to fall off in terms of what I need to have happen. So that is where I am right now. On the red alerts, I haven't even done it yet today, and I just looked it up. So basically, I have switched over my strategy from farming heroic. I think I've said that in previous videos. I'm only going to farm Green Lantern and Lex at the moment. Later, I'll work on Star Sapphire, but now that I got Enchantress, Star Sapphire is not a priority anymore as well. I'm still putting all those rings I can into Enchantress's heal, so that'll help us survive more. And then also give us a better chance of getting that damage immunity. I have Stripe here. How many? I don't have. In order for me to take him R5, I would need to reset that a lot, which I'm not going to do, but it's nice to get those frags. Vixen is one that I've been waiting on, but resetting that would mean that I would have to reset that in order to even get her to what I think that's like R3. Not sure that's worth it. And then at the very top, I have Booster Gold. Booster Gold, if I reset, and let's say 16 plus 50 would put me at 66 frags. And the next step would be 40. So I'd be able to take him R4 if I get that. So I may end up resetting. Don't worry, I'll have enough gems. I've spent all my gems on Arsenal and getting those frags, but I will have enough gems after I complete red alerts the first time and after I watch those advertisements I will have enough gems to reset, and that would be the thought process. Should I reset to get more boosted gold frags? Then I would get my Vixen frags automatically, and I would get my red stripe. And those are 3 characters that I'm looking at developing, so it may be beneficial for me to do that. Now we'll go to that last comment that I just saw. Actually, I didn't even know it was up there, so forgive me if I'm not able to answer your question as awesome as I would like to. As awesome as I would like to. What in the world? Thank you so much for the vid. I'm about 2 weeks in and had such a hard time. Don't have Lex built up yet, but just understanding the strategy and heals, I just applied it to my roster and cleared it the same day. LOL, this sounds like an info. Sorry. Okay, well, cool. Never mind. I thought it was going to be a question, but glad I helped you out, Mr. Why do I have to pick a name? That is an awesome name for you. Why are there so many more clever people than me? That's an awesome name. I want that name. I want to steal your name, dude. Anyway, I drop these Legends videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So please like, please subscribe. If you don't like it, hit subscribe and hit dislike. I'm okay with that as well. My sister's working on my merch store right now, trying to get it all in order. So thank you, sis. I love you. Check out the Patreon for the podcast. Also check out Instagram where I answer your mail back. I'll answer your questions and your comments more so there. So thank you guys for watching all the way through, and I'll see you next time.